it is, 11,265 RPMs. Look at oil pressure though. Okay, we go all the way over here. Look at that, we hit, that's like 28 pounds of boost or something like that right there. 42 atmospheric, revved to 9,300, revved up here to 7,500. Oil pressure and everything looks good the whole time. You guys are now looking at the final seconds of my Civic's life right there. We revved her out. Look at that, 40. That was 30. It's probably 33 pounds of boost. Oil pressure. Look at that. I mean, oil pressure and everything was good. And right there, as soon as it drops a little bit, and then she died. That was it. What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So yesterday we decided to take the yellow Lambo Killer K-Series all-wheel drive Honda Civic for a little bit of a test run. And so car pretty much hasn't ran since last year at the PFI Speed event, which I believe was in October. This is the new big built motor. So this is, you know, it has sleeves, it has good pistons, has good rods, has the built head, it has all of the stuff, and we have so much time in it, let alone money. It was a pre-built engine that I bought, and then we ourselves took it all apart, took it to the machine shop. They redid the piston wall clearance, you know, piston ring gap and all the other stuff. I think I bought new piston rings, gapped them correctly, you know, to like our specs of stuff for what the power that this thing was supposed to be making, which was, you know, we were planning on always making over 1,000. Went to the event last year, had a little bit of a misfire and basically put it in the trailer. Turned out to be a coil pack. So recently, brand new coils, brand new plugs, all the other stuff. We fired it up. Everything seemed great. It was basically did a couple little, passes around the shop, out in the road, drove it a little bit. Everything seemed okay. We did a pull, and I had Eric with me, which is my mechanic, and he has a Civic, he has a turbo D16 hatch that, I technically sold him, and he's really been enjoying that. So like, I was excited for him to feel the power of it and like get his reaction, and you could tell like just the little pulls that we did, it was, it was moving him in the seat. Like he was enjoying it. It was cool. And I was having fun. I was like, cool. Not necessarily that I was having fun. I was just paying attention. I'm like, all right, listening for noises, listening for whatever. Everything finally seemed good. I'm like, all right, cool. We have no lift shift set up on here. This thing has a dog box in the tranny. Bam, I go first, tank it, feels good. I'm like, all right, watch this. All right, first gear. So RPM rev limit is like 9,600, but revved it to like 11,400 in the data log. And I think it stretched the rod bolts. So you can see we have this big hole right here. Can't really see the rod down in there, but the piston is right there at the bottom. So what I want to go ahead and do is I would like to pull off the oil pan on this thing and really see what we got ourselves into, and then kind of go from there. All right, so first thing you can see is lots of bits. It looks like pieces of the road maybe, or no, maybe that is from the oil dry over there. But you can see right here, definitely something was banging around. So I'm curious, is the rod still connected? I can't really see. There's a hole right there. There's a hole right behind the starter. Normally these things take out the starter, but I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna drain the oil, and I'm gonna pull the pan and see what we're dealing with. See, I even bought fluid dampener. I mean, this thing has a lot of parts. I just recently put a bunch of money into like the HD timing chain kit and HD tensioners, and just like we were dealing with some other issues where the cylinder head, it had like a VTEC killer, like a budget VTEC killer set. So we had that on there and had some issues with it. So we ended up putting another cylinder head back on it with VTEC after we had the head checked off at the machine shop. So just got a couple things to do, but I'm gonna go ahead and drain the oil. I also just wanted to drain the oil in this thing so it stopped freaking leaking in the shop everywhere. Also, the shirt that I'm wearing right there, that's the Sent It shirt. You can see we got the piston and the rod flying out of it. I figured this was, that was the shirt we needed to wear it today. So, in RIP to the Civic. I just feel like I've done this so many times with this car, and I've considered it. Like I literally was talking about it last year. Put the big dog built motor, sleeved everything to where like this thing's worth a lot of money if it's together, because it's got, the Wago van, like the big diff, the big viscous coupler. It's got the PPG gears in the transmission, the dog box. I mean, it's got insane shaft axles. It's got the Hub City performance. It's got a lot of stuff. But I wanted to get it done, so it was all dialed in. Go out, run like an 850. Go run like an 850 with it. And then at that point, I could say, okay, my goal of this car of running an 8-second pass, we got her done. So now I could just be done with it. if you try to go faster than 850, like the cost of these cars, the parts associated with them, stuff like this, maintenance items like replacing your engine, it adds up. It gets expensive. So that's part of the reason where I was like, well, you know what? If we just freaking get this thing done, do some rips with it. I met all my goals with it. I don't really want to do much else with it. Like we could sell it to somebody, we could part it out, we could do whatever. And now I'm kind of at the same spot. So I don't know if we go ahead and we just put like another engine in here, turn it down a little bit, make some passes, and then sell it. So I'm at a weird point with the car. I don't know right now, it's just a lot of money. You know, it's a lot of time that we had in this motor. Like if I could just get like an engine tomorrow, like we could have it running by the end of the day. Like honestly, if I had an engine right now, I could have it at the track tomorrow at the PFI event tomorrow. The question is do I care enough? I feel like I'm a little bit over it. Like we have other stuff to build. I have my R33 GTR. I have my drift car. I have a bunch of other stuff that I kind of want to do. And I like building new cars, you know? That's where I get excited. So the oil pan's dented right here. I can't even get to this bolt, so we gotta hammer it. It's coming off though. What do you guys think I should do? Kind of upset with, you know, with it. I guess I'm not even really upset with it as much as I am myself for 1-2-1ing it and then continuing to drive it. I think about it. Last year we 1-2-1'd it and then we made it like at least 10 passes after we did that. So for sale or part out, I don't know. Or get it going. I mean, I could just put another stock K24 in here, put a smaller turbo on it. It'd be a good like 10-second car or like a street car or something like that. I don't know, me and this car have just been through so much. I think I've had it over freaking 12 years or something like that. Hey, sweetie. I'm getting ready to part out my Civic. What do you think I should do with it?
What does that mean?
We put the pan on so good because we weren't planning on taking it back off. Because I said, big dog built sleeve motor. We ain't gonna have to do this again. Definitely some bits. Take that out. Bunch of yucky stuff in there. It sucks when you're pulling apart an engine and you're like, man, look at all that brand new stuff in there. Well, the rod is in there. It busted off halfway, so I don't know at what point it busted off. If it's still attached to the crankshaft, or maybe it wasn't the rod bolt. Maybe it was something else. I wish I would have ran this thing in on the dyno. You know, coulda, shoulda, woulda. Because on the dyno, you're in a controlled environment, not in like a freaking 1,000 horsepower all-wheel drive Civic Gorilla that's trying to go all over the road and do a bunch of crazy stuff. So I should have put it on the dyno. Alright, so up here in the engine, you can see there's my piston and rod. So the piston is still attached up there. Piston is still attached to the rod. The rod is broken at the bottom because I believe it just, you know, was banging around making windows and stuff in the block. But you can see crankshaft. You know, these rods, you can see there's the ARP 2000s. We got the main studs in the block. I mean, this is a nice unit. Sleeved, got the big dog. I forget if they're LA sleeves. Right here, this is kind of my confirmation of what it is. So here's a rod bolt. Looks like it snapped clean off, but right here, kind of what tells me, right there. So broken clean off. That right there is the rod bolt that I'm assuming that, you know, the rod bolt stretched and then it just let go. Like you just disconnected the main cap off of the rod and then it just swings around in there, or the crank is swinging around in there and then continues to just break everything, and you know, the rod goes through the block and all that other stuff. So that's kind of exactly what I was assuming happened and what I was afraid of happened, you know, with the 121, especially with the ARP 2000 bolts. And I don't know, I don't know if you would just kind of almost consider like these rod bolts like a serviceable item. Hey, after 10 passes, let's change the rod bolts sort of deal, you know? Because I mean, it's a lot of power. It's a lot of rotating mass. It's a lot of RPMs. And again, I think it just happened, you know? So again, I definitely feel like it was my fault for 1-2-1ing it and then continuing to drive it. But again, like I said, we 1-2-1'd it, and then we did another whole couple of events with it, so we made it a little bit further. So kind of in a weird spot with the car. Again, there's so many parts on it, so much potential with it. I mean, it's a good setup. I mean, we have the big intercooler on it. We got the ECU Master EMU Black. It's got the big Deechworks fuel system. I mean, it has everything to support 1,000 horsepower, the dog box, everything. So it's like, what do we do? Do we continue? Part of me wants to at least get it running again, maybe simplify the setup, maybe sell the all-wheel drive stuff or put the all-wheel drive stuff on like a street car. For the most part, you don't really, unless you're really chasing those crazy fast passes or, you know, trying to do like some no prep stuff or like race people on the street, I feel like the all-wheel drive really shines on the street. But at the track, you know, it's extra weight, it's extra rotating mass, it's extra stress on the motor. And I mean, I ran a 10-second, I think I ran a 9-second pass in this thing with a stock motor front wheel drive. We just literally took the drive shaft out because we were having, I forget exactly what it was. We were like waiting on some parts. So that's where I'm at with the Civic. I wanted to get a video out for you guys today. As I said, we're gonna upload a video every single day the month of May, and you know, we sent it. So what do you guys think? Part it out. Do we build the big dog motor again? Just be really nice and gentle and put a bunch of safeties on stuff, and then it like put a lockout on the shifter to where I can't 1-2-1 it, because that, you know, a simple little $100 and some $200 like lockout would have definitely probably saved this engine. So let me know what you guys think. Appreciate you guys watching this video. See you tomorrow.